ladies and gentlemen of the Marvel Contest of Champions community, it was great sadness that I announce the meme is dead. 2018 has been a pretty exciting kind of start to the year with a lot of things going on, and it seems that Kabam are doing like loads of kind of regular events each month. They seem to be very consistent, which is cool. So we'll obviously Modoc's Lab in December, then obviously having the event in January, February we've got the trials. There's lots of things going on. It's really exciting. Loads of little kind of like little challenges in January, and it's like it is cool to see this. Really is. Better calendars, a little bit better calendars, but the main thing about 2018 is the death of bases, and we didn't expect this coming. It was kind of a shock announcement, and it's met with positivity and also negativity at the same time. People are positive about the fact that yes, should have been removed. They're negative because they're like, hey, well, like, why didn't you ever develop it? And also like, you know, why didn't you remove it sooner? These are the two main points I think people have about this. Kabam Mike put on the 21st of February that indeed the tab would be removed. At some point it will be taken off. But also there's a lot of information with this with regards to like speculation of what they could be doing next, and also their focus point. Like, were they spending a lot of time trying to make this work, or were they testing out a lot of different things in order to kind of explore this as an option for players to get involved with it as alliances? And we're going to explore that in this video. If we dissect this post a little further, we find this little paragraph here which kind of like explains the length of time, not in great detail about how much they were spending on the kind of developing this idea, but the fact that they were spending a lot of time on it is a bit disappointing. That if there was a case they've been working on it, saying like, oh, you know, 1 day a week for the last 3 years, it's disappointing to say like, okay, there's start point and an end point, and then we're up to this point now where we're getting rid of it. I don't really think that's good on like time management side of things, and I think they should have known from a very early point whether or not it would work or wouldn't. In my own opinion, based on this, and obviously everyone's opinions differs, I felt that Alliance Wars to a degree was a answer to those bases thing. With regards to like, obviously certain nodes are certain improvements, resources are collected from these events. The same way I think that bases will work, and what we'll discuss further in this video about bases being applied in a similar game that they've developed, and also a different game which I've talked about in another video. And that other game that they developed is Transformers Forged to Fight. This game was kind of like really popular for about a week, and then it's kind of like tailed off. It came about the last time there was a film out for Transformers, so whether or not they'll do a 6th film and then the Kabam office will then try to promote this game again, I don't know. But the main thing is bases actually made an appearance to a degree. Whether or not it was going to be similar to what Marvel Contest of Champions bases was going to look like, don't know, but this definitely became a definite first look at bases. The whole aspect of this kind of bases thing seemed to be like strategic points, or kind of like buildings, and also kind of transformers at the same time. It's all about then boosting certain stuff up and then raiding other alliances. Again, cool concept, but it has been seen in other games. Now, I've done an extensive video on bases and kind of like an idea based on the other game that I play called World of Tanks, and in World of Tanks, strongholds work in a similar fashion in that you have strategic buildings that have these things called resources, and then what you do is you have mini battles against other kind of clans in order to gain resources, and resources mean for better things in the game, and like helpful stuff. The same way I think that a Marvel Contest of Champions bases would work at. I think the main thing about bases and why they didn't work is they've got multiple reasons to them. Number one, obviously time management side of things. If you're focusing on one thing that you're really so passionate to make work, but you can't let go, then that is an issue. You have to let go if something is not working. And if it's a case as well, bases seem to just be too much like Alliance Wars with regards to like how it functioned. Would it be a case that they go, do you know what, it's like a carbon copy, except you're saving resources and you're kind of applying them to buildings, and you're kind of then saying, right, well, these strategic buildings or strategic kind of like characters that you have to fight against in order to kind of take them down, to then reduce to get resource and then smash enemy resource. It just seems like, again, another time constraint, something that's similar to Alliance Wars, where you maybe have to wrap up a lot of champions. So you could be running Bases, Alliance Wars, and Alliance Quest. So that's 3 competitive Alliance game modes and not having enough champions to do questing with. That is something that I think, again, we're spreading ourselves too thin. Yeah, okay, maybe in the future that something could be worked out, but there may be better things on the horizon for this game, for competitive and multiplayer game modes. I think we're still years off getting this kind of idea of like active PvP stuff where you're fighting off against another player. The AI kind of things is like, yeah, okay, the AI is intelligent, but at the same time, it can be seen as a bit too OP. If certain devices are running at a slow nature, the AI will be incredibly fast, and then it's a case that if, for whatever reason, the kind of response isn't as fast based on the AI being fast, then you're just going to get smashed each time. And a lot of players nowadays do experience that in the game. Since I began playing the game in January 2015, a lot of the game has changed. There's a lot of things with regards to like 5-star shards and like 4-star shards that are more obtainable now than they have ever been. And obviously if you start the game now, you probably find that you'll make more progress in a year than I was able to make in 2 years when I first started. And that is where the game is going. Will another competitive mode go in and be as helpful? I'd like the idea of the stuff that Kabam have planned. If indeed they can get the multiplayer aspect with strangers, alliance, mates and friends, this is going to be cool. Like people on your friends list, I've got a load of cool people on my friends list that I'd like to kind of go in to kind of like work together. And it's like, not like saying it's like words with friends and we're having to like spell out like champions' names. But if you can all kind of like get into like invite them to kind of like some sort of fighting platoon and just kind of like smashing the enemy, like you've got like a boss and you've got to then play it out in order to smash it, and all your friends get, I don't know, 200 5-star shards each, then that is cool. I like that aspect. At the same time, anything that they could put in that would integrate more of a range of people would be cool. Maybe something that maybe doesn't rely too much on ratings, so you can like play with someone who's just started the game, or maybe like a leg up program, refer a friend, stuff like that that would kind of get new players in and really kind of help out the current ones, and also help out the top players helping out the lower players. Get this all kind of like proper community aspect. That would be incredible. The final thing to really say about this is I'm happy that they are giving this up, because they should have given it up a long time ago, but at least they can say they have, and the meme is now dead. But obviously I want to see some improvements to other aspects of the game, as well as obviously these additions of these multiplayer games in future. Could be very positive for us as a community, but we'll leave it open to suggestion and opinion when this stuff goes live. I'm RichTheMan. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more Marvel Contest Champions based content, and have your say in the comment section about bases. Was it good? Did they make a complete mistake, complete hash of the situation? And are you happy for the things that may be coming in the future? Let me know in the comments. Bye bye for now.